Okay, this one's hot now as well.
Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. Can you all hear me? Great. So we want to give everybody an opportunity to come in, sit down. If you haven't had a chance to grab some food, we ask that you do this. This is a gathering of friends. So hopefully you'll enjoy some of the wonderful refreshments that we have. And please come in, come in. Welcome, welcome. So I would like to kick off our festivities today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dr. Humphrey. I have the pleasure of serving as our provost here at the college. And this is one of our favorite times of the week, right? Of the month, of the week, whatever. It is the time that we celebrate each other. So these are 3C awards, and most of you are familiar with the concept of the 3Cs here at Austin Community College: caring, collaboration, and connection, right? So when we think about what these awards represent, it represents really our heart. You know, if people ask on an interview, could you describe your culture? That's actually a bad question to ask. You should ask, what do you celebrate? What do you reward? What goes unpunished? Those are the things that really represent your culture. So I'm really proud that we take the time to celebrate the 3Cs, because this really is a demonstration of not just, it was really important to me that the 3Cs were not a poster on the wall. The 3Cs, it can't be something that we say we live by. It has to be really a demonstration of how we treat each other. So as I learned about the 3Cs and how they've been implemented here, I was like, wouldn't it be great if we could recognize the people that do this really well? And so I've been so touched by the previous awards that we've been able to have, just hearing the stories. For those of you, if this is people, it's your first time at a 3C award, anyone? Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you come back many, many times. So the great thing about this is we have nominations. It's open. Anyone can nominate someone. And we have a group that reviews the nominations, and then they select the top people. So this is like the Olympics for ACC people, right? So we're really excited to be able to honor, acknowledge, and celebrate our colleagues that are doing exceptional work. And so, you know, I couldn't think of a more appropriate location and time for us to recognize 3C award winners today. We just got out of the Austin Armageddon, you know, and hopefully everybody in the room has power now. It's been a rough couple of days. And so when we think about, you know, I remember the first time I talked to Dr. Buchanan about the 3Cs, I said, it's really how we show up for each other. You know, how do we demonstrate that you're important to me? How do I demonstrate to you that you're not just my coworker, but I really care about you? And to me, that's what the 3Cs are really about. So today you'll hear about some people at the college that walk this every day. It's not something they did for the cameras or something they did because OCRM was around and wanted to take some pictures. This is how they live their lives. This is how they show up for students, and this is how they show up for each other. So I couldn't be more proud to be able to celebrate with you today our ACC 3C award winners. So one thing I would like for us to do, if we can go around the room, we've got time, don't feel stressed. I would like you, if you could give, we're gonna keep this, can I have anyone that's comfortable being, I don't remember her name on the Apollo, Kiki. If someone goes past their 1 minute mark, I would prefer 30 seconds, so I think you can keep it short. But just say your name, the location you primarily work at, and just the name of someone who showed up for you in a 3Cs way over this past week. Someone who showed some concern for you or just demonstrated the 3C principles. So I'll start at the back, because last time you were the last one we called on. So Dr. Buchanan, if you could, yeah. Are you gonna be? Okay.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Shasta Buchanan, and Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs here at ACC, and someone that showed up for me this week? It was my daughter.
Thank you.
I was supposed to say why?
No, you don't have to. You don't have
She
to.
did say, "Mommy, are you?" She kept trying to help me cook and made sure everything was good.
Now, bonus points if it's an ACC person, but if it's not, I get it. Okay.
Okay, my name is Mirosalva Zúñiga, student affairs. Hi, I'm Mirosalva Zúñiga. I work at HLC, student affairs, and the people that showed up for me this past week was my chosen family, which is coworkers.
Thank you.
Hi, y'all. Anna Rummer, Student Affairs Operations, also office out of HLC. Somebody who showed up for me this week, it was a very early morning chat with coworkers Miros Zuniga, Willie Martinez, and Ruth Reinhardt. Just, how are you? Do you have electricity? How are you doing? And just checking in all throughout the ice apocalypse, whichever. I want to make sure I get it right. Thank you.
Thank you. Lee?
Hello, everyone. My name is Lee Buenteo. I'm the Student Affairs Help Desk Director. I work virtually, 100% virtual, part of the virtual team. A person who showed up for me, there were several. So Dr. Dorado Kenny, he pinged me. He saw that I was online. I'm always online. And he said, are you okay? Is everything all right? You know, how did you fare through the storm? And I was like, wow, usually we start directly with business, but it was a caring. And then Adriana Lomas, another supervisor that works for the help desk, and then Rebecca Sanchez. We all made sure that
Wonderful.
we touched out to all of the team to make sure that they were okay, that they had electricity, that we could actually run 100% on Friday when we opened. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lee.
Jason Racino, Financial Aid, Veterans Affairs, mainly work at a Highland Business Center. And I would say, ironically enough, the one person would be Dorado Kinney, because I was supposed to go to a conference in Dallas, drive up there. And he messaged me, he was like, don't go. He was like, just stay where you're at, don't worry about it, we'll figure it out, So I made it halfway there and I turned back around because it was pretty bad. So I'm glad that he actually pinged me and told me, to stay home. So thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Karen Cerna. I'm the Director of Student Financial Wellness and Financial Aid Outreach, and I'm primarily at the South Austin campus. I would say last week, my team, Aisha, Caroline, and Graciela, as soon as the bad weather hit, we were all making sure we had the appropriate means to make coffee, because that was really important.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mary Roby. I am the operations manager for the Make It Center, so I'm at Highland. People who came through for me, pretty much family, friends, my boss who's here, and I'm here to support her as well, since she got nominated. Pretty much without them, last week would not have been as fun if I didn't have people checking in and just seeing how I'm doing.
Thank you, Mary.
Good afternoon. I'm Janelle Green, the director of the Make It Center. So I'm also at Highland campus. My team also, everybody was great. Tim, Adrian, Mary, and AJ about checking in with each other. And then Willie, actually, there was, I was getting stressed about deadlines and things due and rearranging meetings and all that stuff. And Willie said, don't worry about it. It'll all fall back into place when we get back to work. So he showed up for me. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Willie Martinez, ABC, Student Engagement Academic Success. Shout out to everybody who checked in. Big shout outs to Dr. Buchanan, Shasta over here, who checked in on everybody. And when we were all back and forth trying to figure out what was going on, kept her cool and, responded right away, kept us in the loop, figuring out what was going on and, trying to share as much information as people could find out and be flexible.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Curtis Stevens, the Executive Dean of Accelerators and Strategic Initiatives. I would say Willie, because he was the first person that reached out and said, hey, let's check in on everybody. But I also want to say up administration, because one of the important things that staff kept asking about is on Friday and Saturday, the accelerator opens. And so we were figuring out, hey, be flexible. If you got to take off, you got to take off. Take care of your family first. And that message was coming down from the top bottom. And that's one of the most beautiful things about ACC is that we're family, upper administration. You guys care about us. And that was great because a lot of staff needed those days. They just couldn't come in because of all the situation that was going on.
Thank you.
I like wear a dress once every 3 months, so. I'm Sonia Rangel. I'm the campus coordinator of this campus, the Elgin campus, and I just want to say we're a family here. So my family was really quick to tell me what was going wrong with the campus during this week, and I was very appreciative of that because we were able to be on top of everything. And my team themselves, they were good in communicating how they were doing. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Juanita Parker. I'm Sonia's new administrative assistant 3, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be part of the family. Thank you.
Well, let's let Grant, yeah.
Hi, I'm Grant Hennig. I'm special assistant to the provost, Dr. Humphrey. We're HLC, and I actually want to thank Dr. Humphrey. She checked on me every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. I was without electricity for 5 days here in Elgin, live here, and the trees in Elgin are just decimated. It looks like a F3 tornado went through our town, but she talked to me, how's it today? Electric today? And it was just that positiveness because I talked to my neighbors. We're all, chatting much more than we normally do because we're all out of our house trying to find, some sort of refreshment somewhere. But they would say that their bosses never checked on them. One neighbor next door, she got so upset with her boss because her boss said, well, you can still come to work, just sit in the parking lot and use the Wi-Fi at work, and work from the car. And it upset her so bad, she put in her ERS retirement and is retiring this week. So that's how much the uncaring part. Yeah, it was pretty sad. So Dr. Humphrey, thank you for being caring and concerned always.
Thank you.
Well, Grant, you took my line. Hi, I'm Galen Scott. I'm the new Vice Chancellor of Instruction, and my new boss texted me and asked me how I was doing and made sure that I was okay. I appreciate her modeling what we all believe in, so thank you.
Well, hi, y'all. I'm Missy Patterson. I'm a professor of psychology at the Highland campus, and I would just say that I had my first meeting back this morning, and the whole group were working on upward evaluation. Everybody was checking in, and we took some time before the meeting started to really check in on everybody, so that felt like 3 C's.
I'm Misty Rasmussen. I'm the Associate Dean of Planning and Accreditation. I work at the Highland campus now. It's hard to say one person. I would like to give a shout out to my husband who's on the Zoom. I told him he didn't have to come, but he wanted to support me. Also, some folks that I work directly with, Maggie Marr, Kelly Grant, and Charity Benford are also on the Zoom. And Missy Patterson for being here with me today. Aww. So thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Andrea Kehoe. I'm the head of product here at ACC. I work in the office of the provost with Dr. Humphrey, and I'm primarily based out of HLC. So I want to give a shout out to my boss for checking in on us. Just modeling that and being an exemplar of the 3 C's. I'm new to ACC, so thank you for everybody's welcome. And I also want to give Dr. Barrera a shout out as well for a great conversation that we had last week and inspiring me to go to the next step at ACC. So thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go, and then we'll get Christine. Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy Stano. I primarily sit at the San Gabriel campus, but travel around quite a bit this year. All of our full-time faculty had a nice, robust kind of connection, but I want to especially thank our administrative assistant, Jeannie Vaughn, for all of her help last week. We actually had 2 days of full-time faculty interviews scheduled for Friday and Saturday, with preparation that had to happen Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So when I called her to say, hey, can you just offload everything that needs to happen, the copies, the food orders, the everything, she said, oh no, I just went to my neighbor's house and I already put in all of the orders, you're all set.
Wow.
So she had no power, no internet,
Wow.
and had already taken care of everything that still needed to be done. So just many, many thanks to Jeannie for all of that work.
Hi, I'm Christina Matura, and I'm the Dean at the Eastview campus, also adjunct faculty. And gosh, like many of you said, there's so many people. I have to say the Wade Bradfeud, the executive dean for the South region, was really great about checking in, and we had a South Dean chat, so the other deans just trying to figure out the ways that we can best take care of our teams during the week, because many of them didn't have any power. You know, can we bring you things? Can we help you? And I really feel like we had a strong, connected group among us to try to help all of those that work with us to make magic happen. And so that was a real, even if sometimes, you know, they could only do it on their phone, it was really nice to just stay in touch and make sure that everybody had everything they needed. So.
Hi everyone, I'm Nina Almosi, Dean of Health Sciences, mainly at Eastview. I would say in health sciences we have 14 departments, so I would say our 14 department chairs, including Dr. Coombs here, our vet tech department chair, we were in touch, but they take such amazing care of our students, making sure that, you know, our students are already stressed over clinicals, and they took care of all the logistics of the work miss, but also provided them with care and took good care of them. And by that, they take good care of me. So thank you.
Step out over here so I don't give my back to folks. Hi, I'm Estrella Barrera, the Associate Dean for Health Sciences. And I was thinking about who showed up. There were a lot of people that showed up, but on Friday morning, when one of our nursing faculty, Shelley, came up to our offices scrambling to make copies, because none of the copiers were powered enough to run multiple copies, and they had students coming for nursing orientation. They were already there that Friday. And I was like, okay, where? So I ran downstairs to the campus manager's office, and who showed up was Ben Matthey and Nicole Mena to find a copier that worked. And of course, it wouldn't collate. So we had to collate. We had a long table of collating the pages. So we ran it back upstairs, and the staff had what they needed to orient the nursing students. So that was really kind and caring.
Thank you.
I'm Lori Phillips. I am Courtney Milner's administrative assistant here at the Elgin campus in the library. And Courtney is the one who showed up for me. She checked on me multiple times. I've had lots of health issues over the last year. And so I was without power for 2.5 days. We had to get an extra part for my generator. So she wanted to make sure I was good. And then when I said Friday, I got a little pressure on my ear, I don't really feel good, she's like, stay home. So she was my go-to.
Hi, I'm Mary Havens. I'm a faculty librarian here at the Elgin campus. My husband is the one who showed up for us because he is MacGyver, basically. He MacGyvered our situation to where we could play Mario Kart and watch MacGyver. Weirdly, on TV, it just happened to be there. And Star Trek, so I don't feel like we suffered that much, honestly.
Hi, I'm Courtney Milner. I'm the head librarian here at the Elgin campus. And I would have to say it's my whole team. I even had a team member in the hospital call because she was worried that I needed to know that she wouldn't be here on Friday to do her shift. You know, we just have a great team here. And I include Sonia in our team automatically because she gets a lot of things from us about this is not working, this is not working. Anyway, just really appreciate it.
Fabulous boots, Courtney. You check out the boots, check out the boots.
Hi, I'm Trixie. I'm a coordinator for the veterinary technology program, and all of the cute and cuddly puppies and kitties that are adoptable over in that building kept me going, as well as Dr. Coombs, of course.
Thank you.
I'm Dr. Coombs, veterinary technology program chair. I would say my entire staff. When things were going bad, they stepped up. We had care for our animals the whole week. I was here quite a bit, but they covered a lot for me.
Hello, I'm Georgia Branch, interim supervisor for the Office of Curriculum Development. Just like what I heard everyone was saying is, what about deadlines and all this, you know, that's going on? How are we going to handle it? But our team is, we're already on a first chat basis. We're all pretty much connected. I have my supervisor here with, we've already have exchanged personal, you know, cell phone numbers. So I had it from previous projects and traveling, but all of our team was just monitoring emails because of spring registration for later terms is happening. We didn't want to just, interrupt students, from finishing that process. Should there be something that we would need to update? We had census date, things that just had to happen. I just told my team, take care of yourselves, and I'll let you know if I need help. But they were checking in. Fortunately or unfortunately, we only had one team member that didn't have power like the whole time up until, I don't know, I think she's fully powered, like her apartment complex is probably this morning, but it was sometime over the weekend. Others just lost intermittent power. I was good, so I'm here, don't worry about it. The one I really leaned on was my husband. He's the farmer almanac guy. He's like, this is coming. He already did, I don't know, Instacart, Grubhub, everything. He was on it before the city shut down. We had supplies. He was making like jambalaya and he was cooking. And I'm over here, so I told my team, I'm good, I'm fat, I'm happy. So we're just, streaming and eating, and I was just on my phone. Oh, I better go take care of this and that. And it was hardly, it was like everyone pretty much, there wasn't any crisis to handle, so.
Thank you.
I'm Susan Thomason. I'm the Associate Vice Chancellor of the Teaching and Learning Excellence Division. And somebody that showed up for me is a ex-board member who actually lives near me, and even though they had lost power, she literally checked on me every single day. If my daughters and I had food, if we had power, if we had et cetera. So I appreciated that from her. So.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Corey Coburn Shiflett. I'm the Manager of Educational Technology Support, mainly out of Highland, but we have educational technologists on every campus to help the staff and faculty. I would like to recognize two people. My supervisor, Matthew Evans, he makes me feel empowered to do my job well every day. And I would also like to recognize Renee Lyon, who was the first person I met when I started here outside of my department, who made time for me. And then I realized when people told me what Renee did, I was amazed that every time I needed help, Renee made time for me.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Well, I hope you all. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes. Good try.
I was trying to say no. Okay. Hi, everybody. I am Ruth Reinhardt. I'm the AVC of Student Support Services, and I'm housed at HLC. Glad to see everyone, that everybody's okay. So Dr. Buchanan really checked on us all the time, and then Miros, Anna, and Willie, we have a chat, and so we supported each other all the time. But I want to say, I also, the executive deans that Christina was referencing, we had a chat going as well, and they were checking on their team. So I really appreciate their leadership, because their deans are really important, and everybody on campus is important. And unfortunately, we still have some of our team members that are without power still.
Absolutely.
One of my executive deans, by example, hasn't had power since February the 1st. So there you go. But overall, doing it well.
Thank you. I know you came in, I don't want to put pressure on you, but if you would like to introduce yourself and share what location you're at. And if there's anybody at ACC that helped you over the last week or demonstrated the 3 C's, and if not, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, sorry.
Well, fortunately for me, I'm a former state champion in extemporaneous speaking, so, I got this. My name's Azura Crispino. Elgin campus is my home, and so many people here have helped me in the last week. Right? I mean, Juanita and Sonia, you two help me all the time. You hooked me up with boxes last week. And in the 16 years that I've been here, I think that Elgin campus is a jewel.
I love it.
I mean, Northridge was too. But not trying to get myself into any trouble here.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, just listening to you all is just a reminder, thank you, of the 3C spirit already prevalent. And I can't say it enough, especially during times of crisis. That's when we really look to our left and our right. When I was thinking earlier this morning about the 3 C's, if you didn't come since March of 2020, all of our lives have been changed, and we all have, I'm reading a book now called Wired to Resist, and talking about how the brain processes change. And I think we all have different responses, fight, flight, when you're facing a trauma. But one thing that I know is if you feel that you have a community, it makes all the difference in the world. And even when we're talking about innovation, I'll stand on this hill until I die. You cannot have innovation without trust. And when you just can't. It's real. If you've ever worked in an environment where you don't trust your coworkers, you're not going to do that little exercise where you fall backwards. Sorry. Sorry, not going to happen. And it requires trust to innovate. And, I've shared with the team a lot when I was going through some early career professional development around leadership and innovation and teamwork. They said, name something amazing that's ever been done since the history, since the beginning of the world that was ever done by one person. And he said, you won't find it. And I'm like, Michelangelo. He said he had 200 people helping him paint the Sistine Chapel. I'm like, okay. We kept, he said, and the whole point of that was nothing amazing ever happens with one person by themselves. And so when we're talking about how we show up for our students, how we serve our students, I'm just going to continue to give that reminder. You can't serve from an empty cup. And so as we serve our students, and I've heard all these amazing stories of people showing up and making sure that we did the things for our students, we also have to do a self-check and make sure that we're good. And that, once you're good, like they say, put the oxygen mask on yourself first, then you check your community and make sure everybody's good. But when we think about the importance of our work, every day we show up to make an impact. And so that's why it's so important how we show up for each other, because we can't do this work in isolation. And the one thing I've learned since March of 2020 is no man is an island. If you didn't know that before, it's just been reinforced. We are all a community, whether it's the community of Elgin or the community of Austin or Texas or the US, we're all connected. And there's nothing that happens that doesn't ultimately impact us all. If one of your coworkers is hurting, eventually, that we have to show that same concern that we want mirrored back. And so I'm thankful for each one of you for sharing. This is, again, just a reflection of the spirit that we have here. So I know what you all came to hear was not me talking, but to see the people that are being awarded and celebrated. So without further ado, I'd like to have Dr. Buchanan and Dr. Scott come up and introduce the people who nominated our award winners. So we'll start with Dr. Buchanan, and we'll stay up here. And if you can introduce our first nominee.
Impromptu, real quick. Y'all give Dr. Humphrey a hand clap. I have to say this to her, that I lied and told her when she checked on me that I was okay and I wasn't cold. When the power went out in our house, I literally had my heat vest on because it was already charged. But she did. She was like, I'll walk over there in the ice and snow and come and get y'all. I was like, we good. So my daughter did my hair and made sure I was good on those phone calls we had to be on. Sorry. I just had to say that. That was very important. So you know that we do believe that you do check in. And thank you for that. So the first person is Dr. Janelle Green. She was nominated by Dr. Willie Martinez, and I'd like Willie to come up and share his nomination.
I nominated Dr. Janelle. Nominated Dr. Janelle Green. Janelle has been wonderful. So I don't know if y'all know, but she's the inaugural director of the Make It Center. The Make It Center is going to be an opportunity for the community, internal and external, to come explore all the amazing things that ACC has offered, and basically opportunity for people to find out what's their purpose in life, what's their career, how are they going to make their families better. I talk a lot about getting the right person in the right jobs and then providing the resources, basically getting out of the way, right? And let them do their thing. That's what Janelle's been able to do. She was the right person for the Make It Center Curtis did a wonderful job in helping figure that one out. And he works a little bit on things, but Janelle's the one that's getting it done. You know, we got to get Curtis a... Janelle's been wonderful. She literally epitomizes the 3 C's. Collaboration, collaborates with everybody. She tries to make a connection with everybody internally and externally, and with a very caring soul. So congratulations.
I've been, like Willie said, I've been surrounded by a ton of support. Curtis has done more than a little in making it all come together. And Willie, like, it's just been a great honor to work with the 2 of them and visioning something from, I mean, Curtis and I were sitting there with a scrap sheet of paper and yeah, exactly. And then working with architects to see it all come together and then bringing our team on to add to that vision. It's just been incredibly a rewarding experience. And so I appreciate all the support and kind of it's like the challenge and support parts, right? It's like, go do this, propose what you want, and then let's tweak it and stuff. So I've felt a lot of personal and professional growth in this opportunity too. So thank you. Oh, thank you.
Well, I'll put this down. And who's taking pictures?
Da, 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 da. The next recipient is, I'm looking, Karen Cerna, and she was nominated by Anna Rummer. Karen is the Director of Student Financial Wellness and Financial Aid Outreach.
All right. Well, I do need notes, Willie. I don't want to make sure I don't miss anything. Anytime that I get the opportunity to work with Karen Cerna, I learn something new. She is a brilliant leader who cares deeply for both staff and students. For those of you who don't know, Karen Cerna is our Director of Student Financial Wellness and Financial Aid Outreach. And in many ways, Karen introduced ACC to the power of texting to students to achieve amazing results. She will tell you, however, her purview is not texting. It's money, 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 money. Karen also oversees our financial aid outreach team, who is responsible for making applying for the FAFSA and other aid much easier. And because she knows that paying for college is about a lot more than financial aid, she goes the extra mile to ensure that our students know how to budget accordingly. She's a trendsetter. She's a thought leader in her work. She sets up programs like the Peer Money Mentors, rainy day savings programs. These are all reasons why Karen is great. However, I'm recognizing her for an entirely different reason. Last fall, Karen was asked to lead a committee for Registration Week. Registration Week engages employees across every AVC area within student affairs. There were multiple moving parts, and she made it look easy, and I know that it wasn't. Her thoughtful approach and strong leadership clearly show through an internal communication webpage that she created for the student affairs staff to get involved with this opportunity. It was one of the things that staff commented the most that they appreciated to the nth degree. This is one of the times where Karen's strengths have propelled her into a project that doesn't necessarily fall squarely on her area of responsibility. And each and every time that this happens to her, she operates with grace and strategy and clarity. I admire her greatly, and she's truly a gift to ACC. Thank you for all you do for our students, your team, and the college.
I don't know if I have many words, but I do have to say I've had some incredible supervisors at ACC, so Jason and then Wade Bradfute, who have just let me do what I love to do. And so I think they've given me the opportunity to try things out, to fail a few times, but then to get up and try again. And so it's without I couldn't have done it without their support. And then, of course, I've got the most amazing colleagues to work with. So, yes, so thank you so much.
And last but certainly not least, from Student Affairs, we have Renee Lyon, Manager of Telecommunications, nominated by Lee Buentuela.
Thank you. I see you, Renee, up there. There she is. Yeah, Renee is outstanding. She is always there. Oh, wait, what'd she do? Oh, yeah, she's at Vegas, actually. She's on vacation, and she said, Lee, do you know who nominated me? I said, I have no idea. And she said, I'll be in Vegas, but I'll be online. And true to form, there she is. So I need notes as well. So Renee is forward-thinking and proactive. She works diligently across all areas of the college to ensure that our call center needs are being met in order to assist our students. She has a way of bringing teams together towards a common goal and never loses sight of the fact that we are all here to assist our students. Renee also takes the initiative to collaborate with the Student Affairs Help Desk in order to assist and include us in any issues that we're having with the phone system. We are encouraged to assist in the decision-making process on how to fix broken processes and that do negatively impact how our students are being served and how easy it should be to serve our students for the entire college. She truly cares about business practices as well as our students. Renee has been instrumental in enhancing the relationship between the Student Affairs Department or Division and IT. She's always willing to listen to our needs and develop a plan while understanding the needs of the college and most importantly, our students. With her professional background and coming from the private sector, it is evident that she uses forward thinking and ways of thinking to resolve issues and approaches the decision-making process, and she approaches this with solving issues from a global perspective. Being one of the few women in what is often referred to as a male-dominated industry, which is IT, can be a challenge within itself. Renee understands the importance and the need to host true enterprise-level systems in order to operate and be able to compete in the educational marketplace, because our educational marketplace has a different environment now after the pandemic. Maintaining the complexities of the call center can be challenging. However, under Renee's leadership as the telecommunications manager, we can rest assured that the issues will be researched and resolved as quickly and efficiently as possible. Renee created a chat group with the Student Affairs Help Desk in order to quickly communicate to resolve telecommunication issues as they arise. In August of 2022, during our peak registration, we had a system outage, and because of the chat group, we were able to quickly get in touch with Renee and work together to limit our downtime. She continued to work tirelessly with the phone system, and the phone system was back online within 2 hours, and our connectivity was restored. There were some residual issues that took place after that particular outage. However, she worked tirelessly for the next 2 weeks to resolve the issues. This is just one of the many times Renee has shined as a telecommunications manager while flawlessly exhibiting collaboration, connection, and caring. Renee Lyon's determination and dedication to the student experience are second to none. She is definitely the glue that brings IT, student affairs, and our third-party telecommunications vendor together to accomplish what we need to serve our students. Thank you, Renee. And I'll accept this on your behalf, and I'll make sure that you get it.
Thank you. I don't know if you can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Okay. I'm humbled and honored to receive this recognition. I really am. Y'all have brought me I'm like, huh. I really do believe in our mission here at the college. And even if I don't interact with the students directly, my job here is to ensure that everybody who does has the technology is transparent. I'm here to support you And I really, really, really mean this. I could not do my job without the cooperation of everybody that I work with. So thank you very much. And I appreciate the award. Thank you.
Great honor. Is this on? It is my great honor to introduce the next 3Cs award winner this month, and it's Dr. Estrella Barrera, who was nominated by Dr. Nina Almasi. Nina, I'll hand the mic over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Scott. Hi, everyone. So if I may set the stage a little bit to do you justice, Estrella. So Health Sciences Division is extremely complex. We have 14 health science programs. Each program has multiple degree plans, tracks. So, and they're all nationally accredited with excellent student outcomes such as program completion, licensure pass rates. So just maintaining that alone, and we have amazing department chairs who do incredible work, but on a daily basis, that alone is a completely full-time job. And the biggest part with health sciences that is really not seen to the, general eye is the clinical piece, actually, clinical compliance. We have thousands of students and they're in clinical weekly. Every week they're in clinicals, and we have hundreds of clinical affiliates agencies. With that comes hundreds of clinical agreements, affiliation agreements, contracts. We are very responsive to our healthcare workforce needs. Therefore, we are constantly entertaining new contracts, new partnerships. So all of this to say that Dr. Barrera does incredible work when it comes to that just one piece, clinical compliance alone. The way she does it with grace, with competence, communicating with hundreds of contacts within these agencies in such a collaborative way is phenomenal. But that's not all she does. I mean, that's just a piece of her work. I can go on. Part of, if I may, like being the dean, I tend to kind of get excited, and we say yes to a lot of projects, and we want to do things, we want to be the best of the best. So Estrella has been a tremendous thinking partner when it comes to exploring new projects, including applying for grants. She served as a grant director for a multi-program grant that we had last year. And that's not all. In addition, we are very focused on holistic admission, which is, a fairly new initiative for us. Our programs are very competitive, restricted entrance. So what we have embarked on is truly looking at how we can better kind of celebrate the unique attributes, experiences of a variety of students to really put a light on their strengths and incorporate some of those into our admission criteria, in addition to those, standardized tests and those quantifiable measures. And Dr. Barrera has been leading actually that holistic admission, which has a very strong equity focus. So we are very blessed to be working with Larry Davis and his team on this whole. It's several months in the making, and we are nowhere, done yet. But that's not all. I'm so sorry, I just have to, Estrella does all this with care. For Estrella and I think if I may speak on both our behalves, our North Star is our students. That every single student feels welcomed and included, that they truly belong, no matter whether they complete, based on their that they truly feel included and welcome. And that is Estrella's gift, her care, her compassion, the way she communicates no matter what the circumstance. I have learned so much from Estrella, and I know I probably won't have you for long because she's going places. I mean, she can be her own president. I will vote for you if you want to be president. Congratulations.
Wow, I don't even know what to say. It's just a humbling and honor experience. Oh. I just love ACC. And I was calculating how long I've been here. I started in 2005. So how many years is that? 18, right? All this, like here recently, I was thinking, I've been here, this is my 15th year. And driving up here, I'm wait a minute, 2005, 10, 15, that's 15. So I'm not very good with math, never was. But it's like, I didn't know anything about a community college when I came here 18 years ago. And I remember teaching my first as an adjunct faculty in the OTA program, having taught in a graduate OT program at Texas Women's University. And I thought, no, okay, I'm going to go teach at AC. Okay, I don't know about a community college, but my gosh, every day I learned so much, and I came to just love the mission of this institution and what it represents. And I thought, I'm never going to go back to work at a four-year institution. I never got this flavor. I never got this vibe. I never got these goosebumps where I was prior to coming to ACC. And then just like learning from my peers, my colleagues, the leaders, and the community, and the students, and what that really means to serve our students. It's just like, oh my gosh, I get to do that every day. And I get to do it with this amazing leader, right? And this, our provost and Galen. I mean, it's just like a kid in a candy store. And that really is the way I feel. I just love coming to do my work. And I'm just grateful. Thank you so much.
Our next award winner is Misty Rasmussen, the Associate Dean for Planning and Accreditation. And she was nominated by Dr. Missy Patterson.
You guys, I have been so honored to be a part of Team M&M for several years. When I got to start working with Misty more than 2 years ago, I knew her just very little. And I felt so lucky that I was going to get to work with a person who is known nationally, y'all, as a leader in accreditation. And I was so excited because I knew that I had the best mentor to learn about all things QEP and SEC COC. Just so y'all know, what Misty did was to ensure that we kept our accreditation, and she did it in such a way that we got no recommendations. Like, that is unbeepin' heard of. So what I want y'all to understand is a lot of people got to see the work that she did throughout the college to make sure we could get this accreditation. But fewer people got to see how she collaborated with faculty and staff to make sure we weren't scared of SAC COC. They are scary, y'all. And, and instead of letting us all just be set loose to be nervous with them, she prepared all of us. She gave us sample interview questions. She gave us information about how the college processes work so that we could speak to the questions that they were going to ask us. And she took time out of her schedule to practice with all of us and do mock interviews. It was a big coordination, and she showed her care of everybody at the college. She showed how she collaborated. And one thing that I really appreciate is sometimes I'm watching her and I'm like, oh, this is where I would lose my cool. Something just happened and I am losing my cool if I'm Misty right now. And I watch Misty as she just floats above it all and just gets it all done with kindness. So a large group of people knew about that. An even smaller group of people knew about the work on the QEP because we had smaller committees doing that effort. And she made sure that everybody got heard. She made sure that everybody understood the SACS processes. She made sure that all of us could speak to how the work that we were doing would connect to Chancellor's priorities and our strategic plan. She's a teacher, she's a leader, and she's excellent at what she does. And I'm really grateful I got to learn from her.
Well, I didn't think I was going to get emotional. Australia, you started something. But it was a very long journey, and I do want to thank Missy during that QEP process. You know, we had the name Team M&M, but I had told, it was Dr. Cook at the time, provost, that Missy was the only one I wanted to work with on the QEP. Oh, okay. But anyways, I didn't know that Missy had nominated me. I came here today not knowing, so I found out. Thank you. But what I want to say about the whole process, you know, Missy spoke about accreditation. I couldn't have done any of this without you all, and there's folks on the Zoom too that put in a lot of work to help me with this effort. We're very fortunate at ACC that we do have amazing faculty, amazing staff, amazing students. You know, our staff and faculty really do care about our students. And that's the one thing that I love about my job, is that I get to see all the great things that everyone is doing in their different areas. And so I just want to thank y'all for helping make all that happen. And my supervisor, Dr. Mary Harris, is on the Zoom, and I thank her. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Humphrey, for doing this. This is a really great way to connect. I've got to see folks I haven't seen in a long time and chat with them. So thank you so much for that.
Even better, protect it for months. It is now my pleasure to recognize Georgia Branch, the interim supervisor of curriculum services, and she was nominated by Dr. Susie Thomason. So we're going to turn the mic over to Susie to tell us about Georgia's work.
The price is right. So I like to tell stories. And I will say that I consider Georgia's area the heartbeat of the college. And I'll tell you why. Because if we didn't have a schedule, we wouldn't have classes and we wouldn't be able to have students go to class, right? And if we didn't have her coordinating the work of curriculum and programs, which is an amazing committee, clearly faculty and AVCs and VCs working, but she and her team do all the background work to get everything ready for those meetings. And if we don't have classes and we don't get all the approvals through the core board, you know, we can. So the heartbeat of the college. And I remember one time we were talking about some of the work that they do with, you know, the classes and the approvals. And in the space of time, she was able to log in as like 10 different people to get into a system to show me how it worked, right? And it's that level of understanding of the systems like that that helped when COVID came. If you can imagine moving every single class, almost, because there were a few that did stay face-to-face, but we're talking about thousands and thousands of courses from whatever rooms they were in or buildings they were in to become online courses. And she and her team worked overtime, they worked late, They did everything they possibly could to try to keep schedules on time in terms of the work that had to be done prior to faculty being assigned to courses and things like that. So they are, again, an amazing group under the leadership of Georgia. Even last week, when we were all going through all the cold weather, she was sending messages out about what needed to happen with the schedule, with the work. She's probably even more than 3 C's, you know, she's definitely connection. She works across all the different departments, collaboration, caring, but also civility and courage and creativity, and other wonderful C's that show that she is somebody who not only is deserving of this award, but is somebody that has become a critical and crucial team member within the TLED area and within a lot of other spaces at the college. So Georgia, thank you for everything you do as a leader and as a colleague.
Thank you, Susie, for nominating me. I'm very honored to receive this award. Being put on the spotlight is not my forte. Bringing projects together, evaluating moving parts, seeing how we can best serve our students, maintain our sanities, make sure we don't crash the schedule or the other multiple systems that we work in. That's what warms my heart. And so as Dr. Humphrey had said, no, we don't do it alone. I have an amazing team, had amazing mentors, supervisors that continue to shape me. What I love working at ACC is the lifelong learning opportunities and the ways that I can streamline processes and procedures and work with everyone across the college. That is really what has made it a joy to be part of ACC, TLED, working with everyone. Thank you very much.
We can have all of our award winners come up for a quick picture. I want to say thank you to everyone who came out today, who invested your time to celebrate our colleagues. As you've heard, we've got some amazing people, some amazing stories. Make sure you get some fruit, grab a little food before you go if you've got a little time. Say hi to somebody you haven't talked to in a little while. And last but not least, 2 housekeeping things. A round of applause for our IT team. You held it up. Thank you so much. They always do an amazing job, but they had some extra tasks today with our activities. So thank you so much for doing this with fidelity. And last but not least, please a round of applause for Mr. Grant, for organizing. Woo-hoo! He makes sure that this is done well. So, Georgia, you don't have your bag. All right, we've got them like we're missing something. All right, so just thank you to everyone for coming out and investing your time today, and please keep the love flowing. Okay, have a great day. See everyone later.